disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck. I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They've shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slate, they shit on you. They've shit on you. They have shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slate, they shit on you. Kill them.
Oh my goodness! Did he say they cock it on them?
Hate the style of defense.
What's up, good people and Eagle fans? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Saturday and we are off tomorrow, so everybody, we can hold our breath for one more day, and we've got some news with the Cowboys and stuff. And I've already got some people in the house. We got Troy Daniels and Loyal Cowboy. What's up, good people?
Love and life. Finally got out of the hospital last Sunday.
Man, that hospital is a mother humper. My father-in-law just got out of the hospital too.
I just can't avoid it for some reason.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Doing much better. They just said that it was a perforated appendix.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Perforated appendix? Okay.
I guess there's just a little hole in there that leaked out infection, and that's what caused my issues.
So we have like Eagle fans that are perforated brain. Is that what we have?
Yeah, I think that kind of maybe meant.
Okay, so now we have a term for that. Perforated brain. Let me say hello to Lady Libra Curtis that's in there, Dwayne Sweeney, and Chris May, Overkill's Corner. Damn,
hey,
500
lady.
has shit on him. So everybody, we got Walker. Wait, Walker, we haven't seen you in a while, man.
Whoa!
We haven't seen you much since the Eagles game, really.
Yeah, I've had a lot going on.
Hopefully good things.
He's in New York.
Traveling, concerts.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, he has 40 more good reasons to be happy.
We're going to start calling you Rockstar Wade.
Watching my team struggle.
Oh, but shit, if you listen to the Joneses, everything is hunky-dory and one big family right now. You know how much they're feeling the love of Mike McCarthy and things. You're not feeling that in Dallas right now with the massive turnaround after beating the Giants?
No, the city of Dallas is kind of just, I don't know, not too many people are talking about the Cowboys, really. I don't think really people care.
I will say that it seems
them.
like it's down a bit. The conversations. I think people are just kind of sick of the same old bullshit that we get
from the circus.
Yeah, and that's what I think
we want them. We want them to win, but I mean, like, we know we don't have all of our ducks in a row, and we also have a lot of people out. So I mean, what do you expect this season?
So, are you doom and gloom for the next couple of years?
No, I mean, I got high hopes for this next offseason. I mean, we got a lot of cap room. I mean, the way Dak was talking, I mean, I think he even knows. I mean, if this has all been set up to go all in this next season, 2025, then I got to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see it. I'll start getting excited if they start spending money in free agency, start actually bringing people in and making moves. Yeah, I'll start getting a little bit excited.
Okay. Well,
when does that calendar year start that they can start signing free agents? Is that March 6th?
Well, it's March around March 15th. I have to look and see the exact date.
We'll find out pretty fast too, because that's coming up pretty quick.
This is the thing that's kind of crazy now about the NFL season, is because now we've got the 17 games, schedule, of course, 18 weeks with the bye. The off season is really short. So you think the Super Bowl now in the middle of February? I remember when I first got together with Tracy, Super Bowl used to be like, in the end of January.
Yeah.
Because
right around my birthday.
Yeah. Because the reason why I can say that is because January 28th is our anniversary, which was the first day that we started talking in 2003. again, because she had just gotten back from the Super Bowl that was in San Diego. So that's how deep it used to be. So now you think about having the Super Bowl in the middle of February. Well, come March 15th or somewhere around there, it's the beginning of free agency, you've got OTA starting at the end of March and stuff. So it comes around real quick. There's not much of an off season really anymore.
A lot of things are going to happen to this team pretty quick because season's going to end. And within 3 months, this team could look totally different if they're going to go through free agency and the draft.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Well, I just hope that the Cowboys, if there's anything else that I want the Cowboys to do, is stop taking so freaking much time to do anything. When we got rid of Jason Garrett, remember how we literally let him walk around for a week before we fired him? This whole thing with Dan Quinn, where it was like, well, if he gets another job and everything, you keep waiting and you have very few choices because you wait. If you're going to move on from Mike McCarthy, by all means, move on and hurry up and get something in place so that way the new coach has as much time as possible to try and get his shit together. You can't sit there, well, we're going to take our time. You remember when they let go Dez Bryant? By the time they finally let go Dez Bryant, everybody had already made all their free agency moves and spent all their money. You really screwed him over. But they do that to themselves over and over again, waiting to sign people.
Chris put the official date.
What is the official? March 12th. Okay, I was off by 3 days. Okay, at 4 p.m. That'll be a Tuesday. So it's not that far away. And let's hope that we have made a decision. But although I'm going to say that I believe that this game really determines the future. That if the team wins this one, Mike McCarthy's coming back.
I'm almost betting that.
I would
probably
if they come in there, if they come in there, they play well. You know, Micah Parsons gets a couple of sacks, gets closer to double-digit sacks and things. They get that win on Monday night. They got a 3-game win streak, and you look and say, well, they're turning it around. They were hamstringed by all the injuries and stuff, and you know, we actually knew what we were doing. That Schoonmaker's actually looking pretty decent. Ozzie Smith is beginning to play better. You know, had we just had some help, we would have been good this year. And I think that's what's going to end up happening. You know, Rico is now beginning to look like, okay, he's a viable running back. Your offensive line, you've taken some lump, but now you got Brock Hoffman, and you say, okay, maybe he can take over for Zach Martin. Tyler Guyton, I got to say right now, it's not looking real good, bro. Bro can't even stay on the practice field.
Is he injured again?
He didn't practice yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like that look. That doesn't. Not saying he's a bust, but year one has been a disaster for him.
Year one has been awful. And then we got Ginger. How you doing, Ginger?
Hi, guys.
Ginger, a team that's in the playoff hunt. How are you doing, Ginger?
for this week. This week. We don't know about next week.
Well, you're in a lot better situation than we are, okay? So I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Curtis says the Cowboys won't do anything this offseason.
They're going to have to do something this offseason. They know it. They do the same thing they did this offseason. They're done for, man. They're going to have another season like we had this year.
Dwayne Cine, Twizdigger, I don't know what Dak wants. Majority of the fan base want him gone and out of here. Dak wants him back. See, I still have to say, if we recognize the fact that we lost 9 starters, from last year, and the only 2 moves we made were Zeke and Eric Kendricks. I don't know how anybody can look at that and say, well, the coach sucks. You lose 9 starters, and your draft class that was there to come through wasn't really come through, I mean, Schoonmaker has had 3 games where he's made a few catches. You say, okay, there's our second round pick. You finally got Mozzie, who's making, a little bit of an impact. Okay, there's some. Overshown's been good, but for the most part, all those holes that we had last year, we didn't fill. You lost Tony Pollard. Rico is kind of getting there now where he's better. But was that because we were paying the Commanders, whose defense isn't great, and the Giants? I don't know.
Hard to say.
You know, what I do know is the Cowboys are always good against our division. So it may be that this is fool's gold. This is just a normal thing that happens. We own the Redskins and we own, the Commanders, soon to be Redskins again, and we own the Giants.
So they're going to get the name back.
It's seeming like that. Yeah, it's seeming like that.
Good for them.
They should.
I think they need that back.
And they're getting closer
they have
to
a rich history.
They're getting closer to getting RFK spot back. That's where they'll build the new stadium, which I'm happy about because I don't want it in Virginia because I don't want to put any of my tax dollars in there. Screw that.
No, Virginia does not need to be taxed for that stadium.
Lordy. Sean Mims, Eagles fans, let's invade and the live fly Eagles.
You know, the only thing I'm worried about Dak, is just the leg, man. You know, he's getting older, but he's not gonna get more athletic. We know that, and him saying, "Oh, I'm gonna come back faster, stronger." I'm like, no, Dak.
Nobody's gonna say I'm gonna come back weaker.
You're gonna be, I'm not saying you're gonna come back weaker, but you ain't gonna come back faster. You're gonna have to get good at scrambling inside the pocket and throwing from the pocket because you can't run anymore. You can't.
Here's, I hope they Romanize him. Okay, if you'll remember, for many years we were lacking on the offensive line. And they finally realized we got to protect our investment. And they went out there, got Tyron Smith, they got Travis Frederick, and they got Zach Martin. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late because Romo's body kept, falling apart after the 2014 season. 2015, twice he was injured in there and lost. I hope they realize that we have to invest on keeping this guy upright and work on the offensive line and the running game. Those are the two things you need with an aging quarterback. And for everybody out there, it's like, oh man, Cooper Rush, man, he got it, man. I literally have people saying, we don't need Dak. We can just roll the dice with Cooper Rush. If you can run the football effectively and you can get takeaways, that'll get you down the road. It ain't getting you a Super Bowl championship, but right now, the last couple of weeks, we've gotten takeaways and we've gotten a running game and had the offense closer to balanced. We weren't doing that before. I mean, you remember it was only
we weren't.
The Texans. We had 60 passes from Cooper Rush. If you're passing the ball 60 times with Cooper Rush, you ain't winning. In fact, you're passing the ball 60 times with Dak. Chances are you're probably not going to win.
You're not. No. What I'm hoping is the Cowboys, you got a few more years left with Dak, draft a young quarterback and then go from there, just ride Dak till the wheels fall off pretty much.
Well, interesting was Archie Manning.
We're going to have to draft a quarterback anyway.
Well, here's where Archie Manning was kind of saying he'd like to see his son with the Cowboys.
See, I'm wondering that, so say you're a quarterback coming out of college, NFL doesn't own your rights. Do you have to declare for the draft? Or can you say, I'm not going to be drafted. I'm going to walk to the organization's front door that I want to play for, and I'm going to ask them if they want to sign me?
I don't think that
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know that they could do that.
Like what I'm saying is the NFL doesn't have rights, to a player if he does not want to be drafted. Like the player could say, I don't want to be drafted by any team. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know if the NFL has something with college football.
I don't know if you can or can't, but here would be the problem is now you're an undrafted free agent, which means you ain't getting shit as far as money goes.
The only thing...
Well, if you're a guy like Arch Manning, you got fat money already. You got all them endorsements.
You got fat money, but you're going to be playing like Terrence Steele money that first 4 years.
I think the only thing that you could do in Arch's... position is to say I'm not going there, even if
like they did with Eli,
and hold out.
Do like John Elway or Eli.
If you remember, Eli went through that same situation when San Diego.
Eli did not want to play for San Diego. He's like, no.
He didn't want to play with them, and and he got his way. He got his wish.
Exactly. So what they need to do, what Arch needs to do is what Eli did. And go to the organization, say, I'm not playing for you. You trade me.
Mm-hmm. And that's what John Elway did with
The Colts, right? He was with the Colts. I thought it was,
back when it was the Baltimore Colts.
And then what most people didn't know about that situation was before the draft even happened. I don't know if I told you this, Mark, but before the draft even happened, the older Irsay, not this young junkie Irsay, but his daddy. His daddy and Tex Schramm had a trade going.
Yeah.
They had a trade going because Baltimore at the time put him with the Indy. Baltimore was supposed to have drafted John Elway, and after when they drafted him, they was going to trade him to Dallas for Danny White and Dallas's 1983 first-round draft choice. At the last minute, they said, "Screw it."
Indy Baltimore, if you want to call them that, they did end up drafting Elway, but they then ended up trading him to Denver.
Yep.
Trading him to Denver. And just imagine if we would have gotten John Elway, you would never heard of Troy Aikman. There's no telling how many Super Bowls we probably would have won. Just imagine.
And you don't have Michael Irvin either.
If you remember, John Elway have always wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys because his hero was Roger Staubach.
Right.
Well, don't forget, we'd also not have Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, that big offensive line.
See, and that's the whole thing. If you're a young guy coming out of college like you're an Arch Manning and you want to go somewhere, it's like, okay, oh yeah, I'm going to get this little piddly little contract. I'll make that up in endorsements. Like, oh well, I lost out on $25 million. I'll make that in endorsements.
And then plus your family's rich and set for life too.
Yeah, my family's very wealthy. It's like, come on, well, I don't need to worry about money. I'll go where I need to go.
I'm well set. I'm well set for life.
So. You know, another thing he could do is threaten to go to the XFL.
I don't think he'll do all that. I mean, because here's the problem: if it ended up being that he some way finagled that and got to the Cowboys, the NFL would not want to have that precedent that this is a way that you can circumvent the NFL draft.
Uh-oh. Who let him in?
I mean, the circumvent, you'll take obviously a financial hit and you'll take the status hit. Oh, you weren't a first-round draft pick. You were undrafted. I mean,
here's where I look at it and say, if I am a quarterback, there's places I would not want to go.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland.
You don't want to go to Siberia somewhere.
Okay, you don't want to go to Cleveland and you don't want to go to the Jets. Okay, and typically you don't want to go to Washington because for whatever reason, it don't matter who you are. You're going to get screwed. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a pain in the ass, but was all of it Aaron Rodgers? Was the organization in this bad karma against quarterbacks? Nobody.
Hard to say about Leo.
No, don't say anything. Don't say anything to him because he'll talk back. Just ignore him. Ignore him.
Remember our new terminology, Mark.
What's that?
The perforated bird brains.
Yeah, perforated brains. Yep.
It's interesting how you guys have such an adverse reaction to excellence. That's your problem.
Oh my God.
That's what you see here. That's what you're railing against. That's why you get mad. Excellence. If you want to know what it looks like when it's done right, here you go. And the worst part
we already know when it's done right. We've experienced it.
Hey, Troy. No.
Yes, we have.
No.
I'm going to leave it at this, Leo. I like you.
You got to get it done.
Let's see you get to the Super Bowl. Then you can start talking about excellence.
I love how you guys keep moving the goalposts.
Don't feed the birds, guys. Okay,
hat off to y'all. Y'all get to the Super Bowl and you win. Yeah. I'm not saying you can't. We're not going anywhere. We're sitting on the couch. But
Leo, if I'm an Eagles fan right now, I'm expecting nothing less than home field advantage and a Super Bowl run.
No. A Super Bowl blowout.
Let me tell you, That's exactly what I've been saying. Now, the interesting thing is
There's
that
nothing interesting about it.
I've been taking bullets that really shouldn't even be headed my way. And I'm talking about, like, from Mark, for instance. Let me just say this, Mark. Last week, you went in on me, and all I was doing was answering something that Linda said. And next thing I know, you're telling me, shut the fuck up.
Okay, hold it. Okay, actually, you reminded me of something here. Okay, there's a reason why I went after you as opposed to Linda. Okay, because see, you respect the ladies. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. No. And see, I'm gonna put. Hold on. Let me finish this right now, real quick here, and then you can go back to doing your circle jerking with yourself and all that. Okay, but. No, hold on. No, this is serious here. Okay, Twiz, I gotta say, you really stepped down in my mind, bro, with what you did, bro, and you were wrong 100%. Now, you going after Rhonda Lovely Sparks on Dan Salio's chat the way you did, that was just wrong, man. That's just disrespectful, man. And, you can call me an asshole, you can stop watching or whatever, but you owe her an apology. There was no reason for you to call her the things that you did and talk about her being a moderator like you did on my channel. Seriously. That was just wrong, and you're wrong. Okay? Here's the thing. We can be rivals. I joke around here and go balls deep here about the Eagles with Leo and things like that. But I'm not going to disrespect him like that. And I'm certainly not going to disrespect a lady like that. So that's why I went after you instead of instead of Linda there. Okay?
Okay, because I was like,
Twiz probably won't respond to that. He'll probably run off and, trash me on Dan's channel or whatever. But, dude, seriously, that's not right. Yeah, we're all people here, and we deserve better than doing that, okay?
Okay, so, all right, so it really wasn't meant for me. I was just the person you was using that on?
Yeah.
No. Okay, got it. All right. All right. I can accept that.
At least that's my story. Okay, that sounds better. Since you corrected me that it was.
I'm literally looking at everybody: Derek J, Troy, Thomas, Loyal, Walker. At some point or another throughout the entire offseason, all of you dogged me out. All of you took shots at me in some way or another. I remember talking about our secondary and how excited I was about it. I asked straight up, do you guys think your secondary is better than ours? Y'all went in on me.
Well, honestly, hold on, Leo. Hold on, Leo. Okay, here's where I will take some, where you can't really count it. We unfortunately haven't seen all of our secondary together. Deron Bland just started playing 2 weeks ago. Diggs has been in and out of the lineup. Our secondary, the people we thought that were going to be playing, haven't really been playing. So, our secondary right now, actually our secondary is playing a little bit better now. But as currently constructed, that's not the secondary that we thought we were going to have out there.
Hey, Mark, we've only seen the full complement of weaponry we have as a team 4 times. Just 4 times this year. We've only had Dallas, AJ, Devontae, Saquon, and even the full lineup, full off offensive line. We've only seen like maybe 4 or 5 times this season. So it's not like you guys are the only ones who are going through injuries or haven't seen things, but your problem is beyond
hold on.
Injuries.
Hang on for 1 second.
Your problem.
Hang on for 1 second here. Let me clarify something. Okay, Twiz, when you say Rhonda, the same cunt that tried to tell Philly 500 to take my wrench away, go cry, backtrack, black retard.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Let me say again. No, Twiz is like, oh, I keep that energy. When you say Rhonda, the same cunt that tried to tell Philly 500 to take my wrench away, go cry, broke track, black retard.
Oh, Twiz.
Twiz.
Mark, I'm surprised you ain't kicked him off yet. Him saying
Rhonda asked Mark to people stop timing out Killa. I put Lola to stop. I never tried gonna say sorry for listening to him. Go cry now. I'm sorry, Twiz. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable, bro. Keeping the energy, trash talking is one thing, but when you say the same cunt, broke track, black retard. Come on, bro. I'm looking at it right here. Bro, I've got the whole transcript right here.
Scotty,
right here, bro.
Watch it too.
Right there, bro.
Watch it too.
Don't tell me I'm not lying. I'm not making shit up. You owe her an apology. Be a man. It says black retard, bro. It says it. Second line right there, highlighted. Go cry, broke track, black retard.
Oh.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying, Twiz. Now, Twiz, I appreciate you getting me on the Dan Salio show, and you come in here, you don't do that here, but bro, that's just not proper. That's just not right. It's not right. That's the thing about the internet. It don't forget, bro. It don't forget.
It don't forget, and whatever you say or do on the internet will stay on there forever.
But let me say, listen, we all make mistakes. We all take things too far. I have myself. So I'm in a glass house, so I'm not the one here acting like I'm high and mighty because I've made mistakes and said things that I regret too. That's why I said, bro, you owe her an apology. I don't care if somebody blocked you or whatever. You don't do that to other people. You don't. That's not acceptable.
Whoever said that the internet don't lie didn't lie when they said that.
All right, I'm sorry too. I hadn't seen Twiz in a few days and stuff. Like I said, it's one thing to be rivals and talk shit and everything, because I talk shit with my brothers and things like that, but come on, that's above and beyond line. And see, people get mad at me because, oh, you blocked somebody, because I don't want that shit on my channel. And we have a lot of people that come in and think that's acceptable behavior to come in here, and that's not what I'm here for. Leo, I laugh and I joke and everything else and roll my eyes and everything else, but you my dog. You my dog.
No,
we can hang out. I'll just say, man, shut the fuck up, man. I'm sick of your shit. Yeah. But we still are people that still deserve respect and stuff. That's not right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Your channel, your house.
Bro, Twiz, do you want me to put it back up? I never said
I think you need to show
black
the
retard.
screenshot.
Okay, look, hold up. Bro. 4:11 p.m. Twiz Digga. Go cry, broke track, black retard. I don't know. That's the transcript from it.
You can't make that up.
Hey, Aisha.
Hi, Asia.
Like I just said, the internet do not lie.
That's it. You dumb bitches act like it's your channel and not Mark's. Get real. That ain't me. That's your words, bro. Appreciate the super chat. All I'm saying is, look, I was wrong. I apologize. You can't lie. Oh, that's all you got to do is I took it too far. I was mad. Sorry. That's it. That's it.
Scotty, you watch it. You watch it, Scotty.
Kick him.
He's calling. I think he's calling you a racist.
No, I think he's talking.
Or are you calling Twiz? Okay, my bad. My bad, Scotty. Sorry. My bad. I thought you was referring to Mark.
That's what was sent. That was the screenshots that was sent to me. But okay, all right. Look, like I said, whatever happened, it's better to be the man and say, "Look, I'm sorry," and move on. How about that? How about that? Because I know Rhonda deals with a whole lot of shit and all that, and she wouldn't come to me about that and show it to me had it not been there.
Hey, listen, Rhonda cooked me last weekend, but it was like in the same way that all y'all be cooking me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I fucks with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fun, and I don't want to be around a whole bunch of Eagles fans. I want to be around what the other folk be saying and talking. And then we had those back and forth. Now, granted, I'm only acting like this because as a husband and the father of two boys, the times that I get to be 100% right about anything in my house, very few and far between. Okay. And when it comes to, cannabis or the Philadelphia Eagles this year, I'm like batting 1,000 right now. And I think the thing that ticks me off the most is like you all looked me up the things I said.
Yeah, but Leo, you didn't get the 100% Dallas Cowboy team. You got just the shell.
Well, we let's be honest here.
What do you expect?
We came into the season kind of crappy. I mean, with not all of our players, but
Understood,
with the majority
Twiz.
of them. But I mean, we really took a hit with all the injuries. So that just made it that much worse. So
and that much more sweeter for me. You see what I'm saying?
We knew what was gonna go down.
You know what?
You don't know when injuries happen. You don't know.
And it's our front office's fault. I keep saying that over and over again. They had numerous opportunities.
They botched it.
Anytime you got a winning record, you try to improve, and they didn't.
Let me ask you this question, and this is for all of you to answer in your own way. But let's say we fast forward, we're into the new season. We're about to come into the new season.
2025.
No injuries. Okay? No injuries. As it stands with this coaching staff and who would probably still be around, do you vision being a Super Bowl caliber team next year?
Okay.
If the Joneses stay out the way and they make some moves in free agency, I do.
Here's what you have to understand. Okay.
But they got to stay out the way.
Have a good draft.
Have a good draft. And have to do more than what they've done. They have to do.
Cowboys know they're going to have to do something in free agency. They got too many holes. They know.
Yeah,
that's why they cleared up all those.
Every one of the philosophies that they've gone through have been wrong. When Stephen Jones says, "Well, CeeDee Lamb's going to have to get more touches," and I'm telling you, giving CeeDee Lamb 3 rushes a game is stupid at this point. Okay. He's not making it, especially on 4th down. Okay, I don't want to see CeeDee Lamb having to run the football. Sorry, he's not Deebo Samuels. And trying to constantly go to him, you've become one-dimensional, and you broke him. He ain't gonna have a career if you keep doing it.
These suckers got to get on the field in preseason. But you sit on the side looking pretty.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, they just won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that their starters are playing in preseason and ours aren't? These guys need to get out there, get the rust out of their system, and be ready to go week 1. But it seems like they get off to a late start because they don't play in preseason.
So yes, the answer is yes.
The answer is
if we do a free agency, if we get some good free agents and we have a pretty good draft, I think we can.
Leo said, "I was just looking for a yes or no."
Leo, I see the team. I'm not gonna say Super Bowl ready, Leo.
Yeah,
but I will say we will probably we'll be good enough to make the playoffs with the roster next year.
I hope
sure.
The whole plan was 2025. They just couldn't tell us that.
Even with keeping the coaching staff intact.
And now if we can if we lose to Cincinnati and we lose to Carolina, I don't think Mike McCarthy anyone coming back.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'll be right back.
So
I think they may blow it up.
Zimmer. That would be.
Well, then, okay. With that being said, let's say y'all have a coaching change. Do you still think a coaching with a coaching change you guys are a Super Bowl caliber team next year or the year after?
If we get a good coach, I don't know if it should be offensive or defensive. Doesn't matter to me. But if that coach can use all assets of that team, use them to their potential, we've got a Super Bowl team.
Saturday.
Okay. Okay.
And when we get Arch Manning, the window's wide open for a decade, baby. Oh yeah.
What you guys think?
I'm ready.
I don't know.
This is a either for me. End of the year.
Well, Leo, it's like you say, action and
Activity.
Yeah. Until I see what the hell happens, I don't know what to tell you to answer that question, to be honest.
I don't think we did that.
They have to show me what they're going to go and do. There has to be a plan.
I respect that.
Can we talk about Asia real quick? Did you see that in the chat?
What?
What's that?
I'll read it. Hey, Mark and sports community, please pray for me. This depression is really in me is really tearing me down and really having a hard time coping. I'm in therapy, but it's really hard with adversity after one another. Oh my gosh, Asia, please, we are praying for you.
For every dark night, there's a bright day after that.
Exactly. Don't give in to that. Don't give in to anything. Keep up your therapy. There is no way that
Also drown your things in the things that make you happy to get your mind off that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Preoccupy yourself. Keep your mind constantly doing something. That way you're not dwelling in that place.
Yes, keep
I've been
busy.
doing a lot of cleaning lately. My Cowboys been losing, so.
Okay, did I miss anything?
Yeah, we were just talking about Asia.
Asia. Yeah, Asia.
Not doing well.
Prayer, mama.
Anyway,
One day at a time.
next year, we may want to look into getting Eric B.A.M. He got fired for UCLA.
I'm not sold on B.A.M. I just think he's overrated.
Give me Bill Belichick. Let's get this over with.
Wow. I just think B.A.M.'s overrated.
Get it over with.
Here's where I hate to tell you guys.
Kansas City.
I need a defensive juggernaut. That's what I need.
But there's a reason why Washington let him go after 1 year and UCLA let him go. I'm not sold on Eric B.A.M.
I don't think he's got it either.
Hold the horses for a second here. As the names I've been seeing for Mike Fisher, where he talks about Robert Saleh coming here, and I'm kind of like,
no,
why would we bring in Robert Saleh? I'd rather have Mike McCarthy. I mean, he literally did nothing. with the Jets.
If you want
Robert Saleh hasn't done nothing.
If you want to go that route, bring him in as your DC.
Hold on for a second here. But wait a minute. Haven't we looked now and said maybe the defense is turning around because we see how Overshown is becoming actually a really great linebacker, and the combination of him and now it seems like Micah has toned down his whole podcast where he's not yucking it up with sorry ass Eagle players.
Anybody have an idea?
Okay, yucking it where it's like, okay, I don't mind the shit that he's talking right now, and he's out there actually playing. And you see, hold on, wait, and you see now all of a sudden Mozzie Smith the last few, he's up to 31 tackles right now. That's more tackles than we got from Hankins last year. Okay, so you're seeing development of some players out there, and I certainly don't want to lose Al Harris. He is like the cornerback whisperer.
Defense as of late, then.
Well, no.
Why didn't we see this at the beginning?
Because it takes time. Well, one, it takes time. It takes time for a new defense. They're feeling him out, and he's feeling them out. You had Diggs, who was coming back from injury. Then we had Deron Bland goes out. And then the guys you worked with, Sam Williams, goes out in training camp. And then you lose D-Law. And then you lose Marshawn Nealon. I mean, you've lost 4 defensive and Micah Parsons. How can you expect?
The bad part about that is it was almost as if we lost everybody all at once.
Right. And then we're starting guys like Ceylon Carson.
And my whole point to all of this has been, karma has bit you all in the
Yes, it has. Yes,
For
it
what y'all
has.
did, for how y'all talked to me, for how y'all treated me. This is karma. This is crow.
Hey,
Talking to you.
Next
nothing
year,
I
what
say.
week are you
I'll
talking
take my
about? Bobby,
medicine.
shut up, Bobby.
I'll take
are
my
you
medicine.
talking about?
I'll take my medicine, and
Oh,
I was.
Nothing I.
You
if
enjoy
I could
yourself
just
too much
speak
here.
and affect the Cowboys, I would have. we would have been won something. If all I had to do was speak it.
Well, Leo, hold on. Respectful for you, you're respectful. But how many times have other Eagle trolls trolled the crap out of us?
Oh, respectful. That shit that he did to me 2 weeks ago,
They
there's
trolled
no
the crap out of
respect
this.
in
So
it.
they kind of
Look,
fired us.
no. Leo literally said, "You gonna take this motherfucker?"
You actually have a point because I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes I can tell when it is for me, and then I can tell when it's because it's a whole lot of people, and I'm just the one that Mark's going to take it out on. You see what I'm saying? So I could tell, and I'll even go even further. Mark even did some shit. Y'all forgot. Mark had his wife make a shirt. Remember that shit? My face as a Cowboy fan, and all y'all was laughing, and y'all
didn't see that.
No, she didn't actually make the
I
shirt.
didn't see that.
No,
Mark's got to show me. I didn't see
No,
that.
no. It was actually just she had software where you could where I think Brian has actually used it a couple of times on his thing. But you basically it's not a Dallas Cowboy, but it's a cowboy. It's actually because I look at it and say, damn, I look good as shit. I wish I looked that good. And so she did one. It's just literally just popped the picture in there. And boom, and it was like, there you go, Leo, as a Cowboy fan.
I remember, and I'm just saying, karma's a motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Hey, if you really believe in karma,
if you really believe
Eagles,
that we control the Cowboys' destiny,
the Eagles fans joked us last year a lot about losing to a 7 seed, and if y'all get the second seed, the second seed. Karma could come back and hit y'all too. So if you really believe in karma,
or last year could rear its head up and you could tank.
Remember what the Eagles win the Super Bowl. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, it's going to be a long offseason.
Well, I tell you what, if they don't win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna ride their ass because you got everything.
Eagles won the Super Bowl.
You've had it
17.
Health wise.
7 years.
Health wise, you guys have been a lot better than most. Just like in 2017. In 2022. Okay, you got the health. You got the running game going right now. You've got, actually it's a little heavier running than passing. You got the defense playing right now. Well, you got the cake schedule. There's no reason why you shouldn't be on a run, especially if you end up getting the number 1 seed. So anything less than a Super Bowl championship, you failed. You failed. Okay. I'm sorry, you failed. I can look at my team. Listen, we've been talking about my team failing before the season even started. As a Cowboy fan, I never said we going to the Super Bowl at any point of the year, okay? And see, that's un-Cowboy fan-like. We always think, I didn't think we were going to Super Bowl because I looked and I said, we got too many, holes. We would have to thread the needle with everything, and we didn't thread the needle with shit.
Well, if you look at, let me say this. If you look at the Detroit Lions right now, they remind me of the 2017 team. By the time they get to the end of the year, they're the walking wounded, just like we were. Remember, we lost Carson. Nick Foles had to take over. I think probably like close to this point or a few more games into the season.
Left, I think.
Yeah, it was like a few games left. We lost a lot of starters on both the offense and the defense,
Including your quarterback.
Including our quarterback, yes. And so, and our starting running back, our starting left guard, our left tackle, we lost a lot of people. So Detroit reminds me of the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles in terms of where their current situation and the whole next man up mentality. That's where they're in their current situation requires the next man up mentality. Okay. With us, remember when we were going through our season? Remember when we found out who was playing who, when, and where? When we looked at this schedule, because you guys were on me about last year's schedule being somewhat of a cake schedule.
Like this year.
And even then we lost like 6 of the last 7 games. And y'all were on us. We went through we had a hell of a schedule this year. With we had to go through we went to get to this point of our schedule being okay, because we're coming up on defenses that are terrible run stopping defenses.
Bro, you got the Carolina Panthers tomorrow.
I said, Mark, we talked about getting to this point. It was going to be hell just to get to this point. Because this is the cake part of our schedule.
I understand, but it was something that was sweet earlier. I mean, you had the Packers, you had the Falcons, you had the Saints, you had the Buccaneers that mollywopped you, you had the Browns, you had the Giants, and you had the Bengals, the Jaguars, the Cowboys, and then the Commanders. Where's the difficult games in there?
Next week.
And you had the Rams. Okay, the Ravens. Okay, the Ravens that's legit. But which other ones of those games do you look at and say, yeah, that's a baller? The Packer game, the first week of the season. The rest of those, isn't everybody else under 500 except for the Falcons that you lost to?
But when we played them, they weren't.
Who?
Oh, that don't count.
You lost to the Falcons.
Yeah, we lost to the Falcons and we lost to the Bucks.
Right. Okay, but I'm saying the teams that you've beat that are over 500 was the Green Bay Packers week 1 and the Ravens. The Rams aren't over 500. Are the Rams?
No, I think the Rams right at 500 right now.
Right at 500.
No, the Rams are under 500, right?
Yeah, they're under 500. I think they're 5-7.
So I'm okay, Leo. I'm not trying to disrespect you or anything, but
Rams are 6-6.
But I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is my point is that at the time in the season when we were playing these teams, they were considered caliber type teams.
The
like
Browns,
the Rams,
the Saints.
The Saints whooped your asses. So
but we're not comparing apples to oranges
have
here.
To do with you?
We suck. Okay, look. Let me say, Leo, we are not a measuring stick in the NFL, except in ineptitude. Okay, if you lose to the Cowboys, you really suck like the Giants.
Wait.
That's my issue.
I'm saying at that time
again. Here you go, Leo, and I'm going to tell you this. You know, you cannot look at any one spot early in the season to say that's the narrative for your team for the whole year, right? Yeah, we got mollywopped by the Saints, okay? We all know that, but that doesn't mean Drew likes to say that too. Oh, you were bad before all your injuries. Again, if you were to stop the clock last year, after the first 4 games, as far as the Cowboys, you would have been like, oh my God, you guys suck because our offense was horrible, but yet we turned it around. If you would have stopped the clock at 10-1 with the Eagles, right, you would have been like, man, we're world beaters. We're going to the Super Bowl, but that's not how the NFL works. You get better usually as the season progressed, like Green Bay, back-to-back years. You played them at the beginning of the season. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't look at that win any less, but they're a different team now than obviously they were just like last year. Remember, the Green Bay was horrible at the beginning of the year. Eagles were great at the beginning of the last year, and what happened? You lost 7 in a row to end your season. So you can't say, well, you guys got hammered by New Orleans, so that means X. No, it don't. It don't mean that.
Hold on, Gaetan. I think you missed part of it.
I did.
Yeah. The part that you missed was I said everybody on this channel at the beginning of the season and during the off season at some point or another cooked me. And the things that was being said to me.
You. Okay.
I'm saying, and I said,
Leo,
this is karma like a motherfucker for real.
Leo,
I'm used to it.
We are not worthy. Okay, we were wrong, Leo. Okay, let it go. Let it go, Leo. Leo, you were right. We were wrong. We apologize. Let it go, man. Stop living in so much anger.
Let it go.
Again.
Really,
Okay.
Mark?
I'm just saying. Listen, you're beating the dead. Okay, we are literally on the ground. You know, you are like the.
This comes from years of abuse, I guess. I think.
No.
Did you hear about this case in? Hold it.
No.
Did
Last
you hear
week,
about this case in D.C.?
Mark was doing a live, and Linda asked a question, and she wrote some names down, and the names that she wrote down, I said, "Oh wow, those are the same guys that I said I was looking forward to seeing in this coming season, all the youngins." And before I knew it, Mark only caught that response and went off on me, and it set everybody in the chat off.
Leo.
That's what it was.
I understand. Listen, I understand when I go on the Dan Saleo show with Philly 500 and Dan Saleo, I know exactly what I'm there. What I got coming. They're going to talk shit about me and my team. Even my team's doing good. They're going to put me under the bus.
It don't matter.
Okay? You are me, Leo, coming in on this channel. What do you expect going into the enemy's house? That's the way it's supposed to be. You're a tough guy to do it.
But I don't have a problem with that.
He wants his pound of flesh.
No. Yeah,
so give it to him, man. Listen.
But no, Mark. No, game time. All I was saying was, I don't like taking bullets that I shouldn't be taking. I was talking to Linda
not to use that language.
Damn, you're getting like Drew now, bro.
I'll
you were in the
admit,
military. You shouldn't be saying that. This ain't bullets, man.
You
know
you expect us to feed you steak and wine.
You know better than that, Leo.
Bro, we are on the ground.
Leo.
We are on the ground, have had our shit kicked in, and you're coming in and stepping on our head too. I mean, come on, bro.
It is
seriously,
it is, man. I don't care. It doesn't make me. I don't get offended, but there are people who
the
do.
chicken. Unfortunately, the chicken is down in Waynesboro. Okay, it's not here.
I'll admit, Leo, I cooked you in the off season, and I added salt and pepper, and I'm gonna do the same thing next off season. Don't matter how this season ends.
And let some shit go wrong with them. Then we gonna cook them right now.
I know. Look,
this
Mark,
season,
you said. Go ahead, Game. I'm
this
sorry.
season has went off the rails for me, but it was always, make no mistake about it. We could be sitting here, and I know people are going to laugh. We could be sitting here, Dallas, at 10-2, and I would be saying, yeah, but what's going to happen in the playoffs? That was always going to be my narrative because of the last 3 years. So that was always, it wouldn't have mattered. It just so happens it went the other way, right? So now we're out of it. Yes, people, we are out of it. Stop saying ifs and buts. We are out of it. And it's interesting. That's all. But again, I come from a school and there's a couple people that always, you're using it as a cop-out. Now, if I don't win a Super Bowl, Leo, it's a disappointment. Okay. Now, this year, Mark said, well, if we would have gotten to a Super Bowl or a championship game, he would have been okay. That's only because of the last 30 years. I still don't have that mindset. If I get to the big game, I want to win. So to me, there's going to be 31 disappointed teams at the end of the year. Yeah. Now, that's only me. I know other people, I know Drew's on record. He's good by just, he's saying championship game and he'll be happy. To me, that's a loser mentality. And I'm not coming down on him, but he's entitled to it. But me, I want to win because Dan Marino, I always thought he was going to get back. He lost as a rookie. He won a lot of playoff games. Never got that Super Bowl ring, and it goes faster than you think. So that's my soliloquy.
Here's how bad it is.
The run. You guys are in the show. We're not. So that's congratulations. But let's be honest, Leo. If you don't win the Super Bowl, you're not going to be happy, right?
No, absolutely. I 1,000,000%.
That's all I'm saying. Just watch how much you come out, because then not that you care what I think, but it's like, why are we playing it? Yeah, we all want to win playoff games basically to shut people up. Has nothing to do with the actual team. They don't care. They want to win a Super Bowl.
I have to read this stuff because this is funny. Carl Brand, damn, Leo, it's only football. Delete. I have to shit. When I come back, let's see if Leo is still yapping. Bad clone. I'm an Eagle fan. Mute Leo. Your own people are saying, "Shut the fuck up, Leo."
They wouldn't be my people if they didn't talk that way. That's how you know they're Eagles fans.
Oh,
that's a real Eagles fan.
Assholes.
I won't, and I don't care. And just so we're clear, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. I'm still talking my shit.
Yep, Philly fans, the boots, Santa Claus, Destiny's Child.
You know, it's in everybody's DNA that has a favorite team.
Everybody
They're gonna
got
talk
booed in
their
there.
team
That's
up at the
crazy.
beginning of the year, and then if disappointment comes, they'll eat crow.
And see, this is the great thing about
That's
football.
all you can hold for.
But
Troy, that's all you can hold for, because this is one big therapy session. And it's tough when you have to sit here and have the full example of excellence in your face.
Excellence!
Oh,
Yeah.
Lordy.
That's right.
But see, this is the great thing about football is you don't know what's going to happen, because as bad as we are, we got the same record as the 49ers right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? No, if you had said we're going to have the same record as the Cowboys and 49ers, you would have said, "Oh my God, that means we're good." No, we both suck. We both suck. And that's the thing about football. From one year to the next, you just don't know.
Right now, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Until you knock them off,
them and the officials.
Standard of excellence.
What the heck with that? They're a trend. They're the trendies.
Yes,
that's what they need to call them, the trendies. I don't want to hear
standard.
Any more about it.
Standard. So the Philadelphia Eagles are the standard of excellence, huh?
Oh,
Leo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all are like y'all are basically like the Dallas Stars of the NFL. You always get to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl, and then you fall flat on your face. No one talks about you with the legendary franchises that actually win titles. That's the thing, is you're not a franchise of excellence. You're a franchise of losers.
I think he said that you're a bridesmaid.
But wait.
Buffalo anyway, guys.
It's difficult to accept that from someone whose team plays in a house built for losers. Admittedly so, right, Mark?
This ain't about us. Right. This is about you.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
So that's why I said it's hard to.
So
it's hard
again,
to accept that.
Here's what I want you to understand. When I said I'm talking about your schedule, that you paid a whole bunch of losers, I didn't say except for the Cowboys. I didn't say that, did I? I said you ain't played anybody that the Commanders and the Ravens. That's the best two teams that you beat on your schedule so far. Am I wrong?
Leo,
I'm sorry, and the Packers.
Your friend,
Hold
on, Leo. Maybe if your team didn't choke away those two Super Bowls, the one in 2004 and then the one in
how about 1980
years back, maybe you'd be playing for your fourth Super Bowl right now. But the problem is you choked two of them away.
Yeah.
So you
how about
the
1980 one?
Yep.
That one too.
And we're looking.
And guess what? If you were playing for your fourth right now, I wouldn't be saying shit. I wouldn't be saying nothing.
That's not true.
Hey, I want to look to the future here just a few moments. What do you guys think of that Scatterboo out of Arizona State? Do you think
Dallas running back
pick him?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he looked good today.
Do you think he would be a good addition to the Cowboys?
Oh please, everybody! You guys think everybody's a good addition?
We just gotta look at the competition. I mean, they played Iowa State. But you never know. Wow. I mean, if you get him a decent line,
he's a good third down back.
He's a good third to fourth round back.
Yeah, he's like a McCaffrey. He's got to learn to toughen up because he's like McCaffrey. I give him sort of like a McCaffrey. That's what I'm thinking.
I think you're right, Momo. I think you're right.
Welcome, Momo.
The what? Dirty Sanchez. I don't know what. Okay. All right. I don't know, man. Mark, sometimes your chat be bugging out sometimes.
So when I come in here, I know I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I appreciate all the Cowboy fans because I like to have a different opinion on my side. If they could attack me, I know what I'm getting. I'm not coming here. So about my Washington team, I'm worried about them. Although they beat a very bad team, we got to go here. And I'm worried about the last game of the season when they play the Cowboys because I feel like they're going to lose against the Cowboys. I feel like Cowboys gonna get in the playoffs on this last game of the season.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. Seriously, playoffs?
I'm gonna tell you because this is the reason I said this. It's Washington and Cowboys had a rivalry. They had a rivalry. Yeah. This is big. This game is big for the Cowboys in Washington because I believe, and I'm telling you, the Cowboys going to get in because they're going to beat the Cowboys on some fluke play. And Daniel's been very fortunate on the Hail Mary. I thought we was going to beat y'all guys 27-26. The coach should have went for 2 points, but that's my opinion. But he should have went 2 points. But I'm just worried about this game because Cincinnati, Joe Burrow's he's not gonna play well. He's gonna
he's got a gash. He's got the gash on his leg. He lost Orlando Brown.
They bang with Pittsburgh.
They lost their linebacker.
Yeah, but that's a
division
game.
That's a defensive game. I mean, a division rival.
Yeah,
you know each other.
And also, they ain't got no defense. Everybody knows Cooper might have 500 yards passing tomorrow.
No, I think Rico might have 150 yards running.
Okay. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay, Rico should have a feast, and Micah should be getting a couple of sacks tomorrow without Orlando Brown there.
You mean Monday night?
I'm sorry, Monday night. I keep saying tomorrow. Sorry.
Oh, y'all got the Monday night game.
Yeah, we're Monday night.
So y'all
again
Sunday night. I thought it was Sunday night.
Oh,
no, it's not Sunday night.
No, it's Monday Night Football.
So y'all chilling?
Yeah.
I thought they were flexing you guys' games.
No, because the Simpsons have something that's been in the works for a while.
We went on a 2-game win streak. It ain't like we're
still get the views.
They can't flex that game because the Simpson thing.
Yeah.
You're right, Mark.
Yeah.
They're doing the Simpsons. They've been advertising that all week. Actually, this weekend.
Well, for weeks they were like, "No, we
they've
can't."
been doing it for weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Simpsons. What are you talking about?
They're doing like a Simpsons broadcast or something or other for the game. So they've been working on that for months to get it together.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, Disney.
Yeah.
Who did that before? A cartoon or something? What was it? Like Toy Story or something? Did they do
Toy Story.
They did an animation for 2 teams, Atlanta and who was it? Houston or Jacksonville?
No, I think it was New Orleans last year. I think it was New Orleans.
I know one of the teams was Atlanta.
I'm doing great, Asia. Thanks. Hopefully you get feeling better too.
Oh, by the way, Mark,
my friend.
I just want to say to you guys, I did have my biopsy.
Falcons
yesterday.
and Jaguars in that game.
Hopefully it went well.
Oh no, I felt violated. But that's no, but
the colonoscopy.
No, it was a biopsy. See if I have prostate cancer.
Oh, okay.
Got, where they scrape it and get the samples and they tell you. So we'll see how that works. I already had like 2 colonoscopy in the last, because everybody should get one, but that's not here and there. I'm not going to tell you that, but I'm good.
Oh, believe me, if I hadn't gotten mine at 52, I wouldn't be here right now. I don't know what it is with Randy Moss.
What's going on with Randy?
His eyes are like yellow or something like that.
His liver's gone. His liver's gone.
His liver.
That's crazy, man. I'm like,
you think
he's only 48 years old?
The first sure sign you know your liver is going is if your eyes start turning yellow.
But the same thing with Michael Jordan the same way, because his eyes looks like that too.
It's been like that for a long time.
That was his father was like that. They all like that. I had his brother. His brother was one of my sergeant majors at Fort Bragg, and Sergeant Major Jordan, same thing. They all walked around with that jaundice look, and they all looked like their dad. That was the other crazy part too.
Yeah, Jordan looks just like his dad.
Yeah, and so does his brother, Sergeant Major Jordan. The only thing that you could not do, I remember this, the only thing you could not do was you better not say anything about his brother when you're around him. Like you don't say shit, don't make no reference, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I remember about Sergeant Major Jordan. That man was no fucking joke. Scary.
Now, Washington's schedule versus the Cowboys schedule has been very easy because we off this weekend. Now we got to play. We play New Orleans the following week. We should beat them. So the Cowboys, hopefully, I think the running back's gonna have like 300 yards rushing. I believe it's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be a shit show. They're gonna run up the score. Pad your stats, everybody. You're gonna because y'all gonna pad your.
I've got Rico starting on my fantasy. So
yeah, yeah. You go.
Yeah, my mom. I'm going to the game down in Arlington when Dallas played Washington, last game of the year.
All right. And then now I know this is not just a Cowboy thing, but Washington is getting, and Mark knows, he lives in the area. They're all getting the Redskins thing back.
Yeah, and looking like the stadium.
The emblem.
They should have never took that away in the first place. I think that was just stupid.
Actually, they should have, but I don't want to get into that.
They're getting the image,
and it looks like they're going back to DC
Native Americans that would like that.
No, that was paid off. Daniel Snyder and the guy who used to be the ex tight end for the Washington Redskins at the time. They was going around giving out money to these tribes to say yes. That's what they was doing. You give money to somebody say yes.
I got family on the reservations in New Mexico, and not one of my family members said they gave a damn about it being called the Redskins or not.
No one, actually, none of them cared. No one did. No one cares. But I go back with the original owner, who he was.
Nobody liked him.
He was who he was. He was not a good man. He didn't like Native Americans, but that's why. And that's no here and there. What I'm saying is that.
Yeah, you're talking about
Daniel Snyder.
No, not Daniel Snyder.
No, way back.
Oh, Preston Marshall.
Who started? But
Preston Marshall.
Preston Marshall.
Yeah, Preston Marshall.
Yeah, Preston Marshall. But here's my thing: if they bring the name, they can't bring the name back. The emblem back, out bringing the name back. Why are you going to do one and not do the other?
I think they'll get the name back.
I think
if they're getting the emblem with the song.
Don't erase the history of your team. Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like it's you won Super Bowls as the Redskins. What are you going to do? Erase those Super Bowls? You're going to erase those Redskins films?
I'll tell you this right now. Mark don't want that name back.
I don't care about it. I keep saying Redskins all the time because I think Commanders is about as dumb.
Like they won it as the Washington Redskins. They didn't win them as the Washington.
I'd rather see them as the Redskin Potatoes, but
what they gonna do with the song though? They can't put the left hand up no more.
No, they can still put the left hand up. Who are we? The Redskins.
Even the former players were talking about how disgraceful it was. It was pathetic.
But Mark, you live in that area, and I'm from that area. We both know that when it was the Redskins, it was the biggest rivalry. Everybody was Redskins.
It was during the 70s and 80s, and then dying out in the 90s.
Hold on, but can we all be real here? If the Redskins were winning and consistently going to championships like the Chiefs right now, you know damn well they'd never change that name from Washington Redskins to something else.
No, because
damn well they wouldn't.
That's how I became a football fan.
You had a rivalry going on between Washington and Kansas City.
Well, here's the thing. Nobody liked Dan Snyder. That's why he had a hard time trying to find a place to go ahead and build a stadium. They were talking about down in Woodbridge here, trying to get him.
I remember, Mark.
Okay, and I was like, and I'm looking at that spot. I'm like, there ain't no way in the hell that you put a stadium here. 95 is bad enough just on a regular basis trying to get home.
Right.
I can see a Monday night game that going all the way down there. You crazy as hell. If they were to do it in Virginia, over by Dulles Airport would have been the place.
Daniel Snyder put the team back. If the team was successful, they would have probably had a stadium a while ago.
Right.
Nobody liked them.
Nobody liked Dan Snyder. Yeah. And that's why as soon as Dan Snyder sold it, everybody was in line to try and get the stadium. Everybody was like, we'll do, DC has literally bent over backwards. They've got right now, I think the Senate committee has approved DC having ownership of the site for RFK. And so
they got to turn the RFK down, right?
Well, yeah.
Tear it down?
They were supposed to take that down in 22.
I know.
They had the permits to do that.
Asbestos, though, that's why
they still got to tear it down. They got to tear it down. They got to blow it up and tear it down. Because I used to sell Cokes at RFK Stadium when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
I sold Cokes at that stadium. And they need to tear it down for the community and for everybody. That was a great stadium because it was built in 1960s.
Yeah. Yep.
If we
Yeah,
get,
it was one
if
of the
we get
cookie
the team
cutter
name,
baseball,
'cause-
football stadiums and things there. And, as bad as that stadium was, they say it was better. I never went to a game there than FedEx Field. FedEx Field has always been awful from the day it opened
know
up.
what problem with FedEx Field? The biggest problem with FedEx Field, Mark? The biggest problem as a diehard Washington fan, the stadium acoustics is horrible. The fans, the players don't
acoustic,
get
the
nothing.
sight lines and everything else.
Well, didn't a piece of equipment fall on Jalen Hurts' head or something? Or
no, it was close. The railing, it came close. It missed him.
It barely missed him.
But people fell over, and then didn't the toilets blow up last year too?
Yep, 2 years
I didn't know
ago.
that. Showers.
Hey,
And
Mark,
during COVID, I mean, what's the incident with COVID when somebody was spitting at some of the Eagles players?
Damn.
Hey, Mark, can I answer Asia in the chat real quick?
Yeah.
Yes, I do, Asia. I do feel scared at times, but probably not to the extent that you are going through right now. Please fight through this, Asia. Please. I know what you're going through.
Oh, no.
My wife battles it a lot too.
Virginia. Okay, so Virginia was trying to make a play for it. They also tried to make a play for the Capitals and Wizards, where they were actually going to put it. They were going to put it, ironically, where originally they had broken the ground for the Redskins Stadium in Virginia at Potomac Yards. And the people in Alexandria said, "Oh, hell no, we don't want that." Then they started talking to Richmond, and then they were talking over at Dulles Airport, and they finally got over in Landover, which they called Raljon. But right now, it's looking like the best bet is the old RFK Stadium site. That's where they're really trying to put it.
Some congressmen are trying to switch squadrons versus hey, we want your squadrons to hear like that. But what I will say, the Washington the commander's name was it's a bad name, but it was some names up there worse than that. The 3 names they had for it was so bad.
Red Tails was one of them.
The Red Tails was all right, I thought.
Yeah.
I remember Red Tails Commanders, and I can't remember the other one.
Yeah, it was bad.
Washington Warriors. I don't know, something.
I thought the Washington football team was fine. Just keep it as that. Just because all these name changes confuses
Interesting that they chose a name to be the Red Tails too. You do realize that's an all-black regiment that was black air regiment.
Yep.
Yeah, I understand that, but they shouldn't like that. But
if I'm the owner of the team, if I'm the owner of the team, we're going back to the Redskins, and I'm sponsoring the team with my companies I own, and I'm telling everyone to kick rocks.
Right, but I do want to say is that last game of the season, Cowboys is going to be. I'm swearing to you, I just got that feeling. It has that feeling again. That Washington, this is going to be a rivalry. This is going to be a game for the ages, for the teams. It's going to get physical.
Now the NFL would. Now, if you're a conspiracy theorist, that's exactly what you would want the last week of the season. The Cowboys and Washington.
And when it goes to the playoffs,
when to go to the playoffs,
that'll be crazy.
That would be crazy if we.
Yeah, and then the Cowboys play the Eagles and somehow knock them off and destroy their whole entire season.
Okay, see, and I'm the one that's smoking weed. Okay, Walker. Okay, okay.
That'll be.
Can't be smoking that.
But if you go to the game, Walker, if you go to the game, that means we'll win.
We can be the lowest seed going to play the highest seed and then beating y'all, and then we can give you shit about how we lost to a low seed, and then we can give y'all shit about how you lost to a low seed,
Daniel Stan, how much are the Eagles going to win by tomorrow?
Whatever makes you feel good, Walker. Whatever makes you feel good, bro.
Now I'm rooting for the Cowboys to win the rest of the year.
But you know what? Carolina has actually been playing better the last few weeks.
They have.
They put up 23 last
This is
week.
a trap game for us, Mark. Listen, I am under no illusion whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I am at my most nervous right now.
Oh, this is upset. It's going to Carolina. I'm in Carolina. We ready.
This is supposed to be a cake part of our schedule. I am actually at the most nervous because this is when shit happens. People get hurt. unnecessary thing happens. I don't know. But right now, all I know is that all of these games are trap games, including Carolina. I saw what they did last. Matter of fact, I saw what they did the last couple of weeks.
They almost beat Kansas
Fairly
City.
long.
They almost beat
Kansas
Tampa
City's
last
not
week.
Exactly.
team.
And they should have beat Tampa Bay last week.
Well, I'm telling you, Carolina Panthers defense
is
going to stymie.
Is your tight end out?
For
Goddard.
Yes,
Yeah, because
he's going on IR, so Grant Calcaterra is going to take over. He's good.
Yeah, I heard that.
What is it?
I heard
Grant Calcaterra.
Oh, I thought you sneezed for a second.
No, Derek. He's not a slouch, bro.
No, I thought you said his last name. I thought it was a sneeze. I didn't know that was.
No, yeah, I know Calcaterra. Yeah, but if
so
you
Goddard's going on IR.
Yeah, short term for the next four games.
Oh, okay.
He should be back by week 18.
Yeah, they say he got knee issues right now.
Yeah, he should be back by week 18, and even then, when he comes back on week 18, they may just not play him either until the playoffs.
Okay, here's my question. I just want to know, only a few teams do this. Two quick questions. You know, the NFL is adding more games next year, which I can't stand. I thought they was. Are they?
I don't think it's been officially.
It's not official yet. So there are certain teams.
Talks.
It's certain teams. I said this in Mark's chat. I hate that when these players don't play preseason or they don't have full pass during the season, you don't toughen your body to get hurt. I've always said this the last 5 to 7 years. Players get hurt for the first 4 or 5 games. You see a lot of players getting hurt because their body ain't used to the contact. So you got to have your body. Go ahead.
That's fact.
No, he said that's facts, Momo.
Okay.
No, I said that's fact.
Yeah, facts. So this league, a lot of the players are soft, and when I say soft, they are soft because these rules are made to have average and below average quarterbacks and wide receivers be good, and then we found that they're not even good because if it wasn't for the rules, a lot of these players wouldn't be in the league. That's just facts.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's for like a lot of sports. It's different now. Like basketball they're not as tough as they was, 20 years ago.
Because they don't want to play basketball. That's why they got to change the All-Star game in the NBA, and that's why it's bad. The ratings bad across the board in the NBA because nobody want to watch that product anymore. It's horrible.
I'm a firm believer in what Gilbert Arenas said. The reason being because it's true. Once they started making it more of an offensive thing because people want to see scoring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he was like, it changed everything. Yeah, and now you see more and more Europeans coming over here and killing the game. But then the caveat was, okay, you can name all these great European scorers. Give me 5 great European defenders, and you can't name one because that's not how the game. That's not how the game is played.
So,
you know what I'm saying? If you look at, even if you look at the way,
but the closest European defender is what's the name from Minnesota, the brother.
Yeah, but I said name 5. You can only name 1.
Oh, 5?
Yeah, 5.
Can't name 5.
They don't do that. Going down that route too. If you also from an era perspective, if you look at the way players are playing, when we were coming up in the Jordan era and everything like that, the players play with their back to the rim. Now,
touchdown Georgia.
Now they're playing with their facing the rim. So it's the same thing. It's all about the way. If you can understand the way the game has been manipulated in such a way. Look at what they're doing with when it comes to these bang defensive players, defensive calls. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Lawrence gave himself up at the last second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They need to change that rule.
Yeah,
if you're running the football, you're a target. Fuck this slide shit, okay?
Because that was real close. It's like he slid at the same time he started to die.
Right now. You sound,
all right, so
you sound like a real motherfucking football player right now when you say that shit. Like,
go back and look at how Roger Staubach and Joe Theismann and stuff and Troy Aikman, how they got
being late
in the pocket. Okay, they got hit worse than that in the pocket on legal plays, and you'd never see a flag.
Yeah.
Now,
I love the coach of the Detroit Lions when he went to the referees and told him what the Green Bay quarterback. Oh, he always faking. We gonna hit him. He act like he going out of bounds. We gonna hit his ass. We gonna hit him. If we get a penalty, we just get a penalty. And they didn't penalize.
My thing is this. My thing is if you gonna do that, if you gonna do all that faking shit, you deserve to get the hell knocked out of you.
Yeah,
pretty much.
You deserve to get the hell knocked out of you.
Mahomes is one of the worst with that. He need, I'm not saying I want him to get his bell rung, but he's playing. He's playing with fire.
Josh Allen would do it too.
So one of these defenders gonna get tired of that shit. Like, okay, you want to keep faking now? I'm gonna knock your ass out this game.
Hey, what I hate. I play for Anacostia High School in DC, out in the hood. I hate, and one thing I hate about this game, when I lost a game, it hurt me to lose.
Oh my God!
I'm not shaking nobody's hands. My friend, we'll talk later.
You're right about
that. I ain't talking to nobody or shaking on my hands.
Hey, let me get your jersey. Man, fuck you.
No, I would like to see. I would like to see a no jewelry under the shoulder pads rule. I'm like, why are you wearing?
I don't like that.
Why are you wearing 6-figure necklaces?
That don't even make any sense.
Game?
Yeah.
Remember that year somebody's chain got yanked out and they got mad.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, look, you want to wear the diamond encrusted teeth? Knock yourself out. Go ahead. You see what I'm saying? But when you got them, it's seeming like, multi-million-dollar necklaces on underneath his pad. The hell is that? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense.
For one, who buys a multi-million-dollar necklace?
Exactly. Hey, Mark, Bobby said you missed his super chat.
Did I miss Bobby? Okay.
You have a new member, too.
Uh-oh, shit.
We was running out of miles.
Julio. Shout out to Julio. New channel member. Appreciate you, my man.
Oh, Mark, I got a problem, Mark. I got a problem. I don't know what happened with my account because I had joined your stuff. Then it said account was denied and I had to start all over. Now I'm back over as a new subscriber and it was 30 days in.
Okay. Marcus, I already did, bro, and I got the the goody good.
I get you, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm getting it right.
Mark, you're holding the ruler for Jerry's war. Oh man, he's got an 8.5 inch. Okay, all right.
So that's how I evaluate my players.
Hey, Mark, no shade, Mark, but I believe that Leo been getting Jerry some of that his Ganya. That's why he can't make real decisions anymore.
I'm still waiting for that cowboy blue that he was supposed to be coming up with. But now here's what if we're watching games tomorrow, and since Momo says that we gonna be playing for playoffs against the Commanders, we've got Tampa Bay who's ahead of us playing against the Raiders. I don't think we're gonna get much help there. We got the Cardinals playing against Seattle. We need the Cardinals to lose. I mean, Ginger's not in the house anymore, but we need to root for Ginger's team, try and beat Seattle. We've got the Rams going against Buffalo. That could help us. And we got the Bears going against San Francisco. So those would be all games that would definitely help our situation.
We'll probably lose that game.
And not only that, San Francisco is playing the Rams Thursday night. So that may be too. Hopefully, if Chicago do their side of the deal,
they can't help themselves.
If that happens,
wait, hold up, wait, no, hell no. Are you?
What are you worried about, Leo?
Are you serious? Are you seriously telling me
you are comfortably leading in the NFC East? What are you worried about?
No, Thomas, are you? No, listen. Listen, are you telling me that you guys are actually rooting, trying to get into the playoffs now?
You know what?
Hell yeah.
You know what? You know what? Here, I'm gonna say. You know what, Leo?
Possibly in the NFC East, bro.
Tenacity, bro.
Look, I don't want us to make the playoffs, but if we do, I want us to beat y'all as a 7 seed, just to throw that shit in your face.
That would be, if I were to say, I want to have, if I want to say, listen, if I were on death row,
I get it.
If I were on death row and look, this, you get anything you want, your last wish would be for the Cowboys to sneak into the playoffs, play the Eagles, and beat them.
And win.
And then it's like, fry me then. You can fry me after that. I'd be happy.
I do have a question, Leo. I do have a question, Leo.
This is so sad.
Oh, this is not sad.
Leo, I do have a question for you. I noticed something about Hurts. Every time he gets tackled, he grimaces in pain. Like every time he seems like he throws the ball, he's grimacing in pain. He got that deer in the headlights look sometimes. I see it a lot when he throws the ball and when he runs. Like he get confused. I'm serious.
Yeah, nah.
Shout out for Julio. Go to the community tab, and in there is a link to our.
We good.
Our website, so that way we can get you your shot glass. Appreciate you joining and becoming a member, buddy. We'll get you sent a Cowboy Jobu shot glass and one of the squeeze stars, because you're stressing out and you're drinking as a Cowboy fan.
Leo, you know the reason why y'all winning is because the Giants made a dumb mistakes giving y'all a player that
Saquon,
a player that's helping y'all win. Because he's the reason he beat the Washington. He's the reason he's been winning y'all these games because of him. It ain't because of her.
He's betting them out. You know that.
Let me ask you something. Like, this is what I'm understanding from you guys. I don't care. I don't care how we getting these wins.
Wait, Leo. Now this is from a Commanders
getting the win. I don't care about how we're getting the wins. All I care about is the win. Now, what you're telling me is somehow or another, or are you suggesting that we're
okay, Twiz? I'll check it out. Like, if I'm wrong about what I read, I apologize. But in the end, listen, it's just football. It's just football and YouTube. We can't take this shit too seriously.
Our GM made some moves during the offseason to make our team better. And it just so turns out a couple of these moves actually worked out for us. And now that they've actually worked out and you see a hell of a team, now you want to devalue the wins because we got Howie? Well, what are you saying? Like,
okay, can I explain? Can I explain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure. Tell me.
Sure. Okay, tell me. So you have a bad coach. He's a horrible coach. He doesn't know nothing but X and O's. He's a horrible coach. He makes bad decisions all the time. He should have been fired last season. That's number one. And number two, Barkley, they got to, football. Hey, he's a threat. We got to put an eye on him. Hurts is not going to win you a whole lot of football games. This is just facts.
But do we need him to? But do we need him to now? We got Saquon on our team. Do we need him to?
That's you answering. Thanks for answering my question. Thank you.
So again, my question to you is the 10 wins or whatever wins we get, are they somehow less valuable because Saquon's
not less valuable,
or they didn't come from Jalen? Like, what would you rather see? You rather see us win because of Jalen's arm?
Okay, I will say this because I'm kind of precious about the Eagles. Eagle fans are worse than Cowboy fans in my estimation because they always going to remind me how better they are than everybody else.
And we are.
Okay, there you go. See, typical. Thank you.
Are we better than you right now? What's your record right now?
Huh? We 8-5.
And what's Dallas's record right now?
I don't know Dallas. Keep up with Dallas.
Dallas's record is right on track to be the 7th seed to beat your ass in the playoffs. That's what it is.
Dallas's record is pretty shitty right now. You know what I'm saying? And New York's record is even shitty. You know what I'm saying? So basically, we are better than you right now. We are better than you.
I'm gonna go back in history. I'm gonna go back in history, and I'm gonna tell you about the Eagles is my point of view, and I have seen this before.
Now
When
you're
the
gonna sound
Cowboys,
like a
when the
Cowboys fan.
Cowboys was winning Super Bowl, when Jimmy Johnson on those days, Eagles fans thought they was better than the Cowboys then.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
And
You cannot agree.
And your point is, you want to take
y'all are full of
memory
yourself,
lane,
Leo.
okay?
I'm gonna come on. I'm gonna listen to you even more because I think you're a good brother. I think you're a good man. I think you're cool. But y'all are delusional. I never seen so many delusional fans in Philadelphia. They are delusional.
I'm gonna share something with you, okay? I had the experience earlier this year, well, last year,
okay,
and subsequently many a times since, of talking directly to Darryl Green, okay? I told the first time I met Darryl Green, I told him that I said, I respect you, I respect your game, but I'm so not excited to meet you. You are the author of some pretty bad times for me. So if you think that I'm going to get starstruck or all that other stuff, you can kiss my ass. And you know what he said? He fell out laughing and he said, I like you. You know what I'm saying? I say all that to say is that I remember those days. I am so not running away from anything that you said about my team from back then. I agree with you. Everything you said, that shit actually happened. Yes, we had to bow down to the Redskins at one point. We had to bow down to the Dallas Cowboys at one point. Yes, we did that. Yes. But we didn't do that. We ain't doing that shit this year. We didn't do it last year. And we didn't do it. Matter of fact, we haven't done that shit in years. So as of right now, my point in that is, yes, we are better than you and the Cowboys.
I'm just saying,
we've been better than y'all.
Leo, I was referring to the history far as the Cowboys and they heyday and the Redskins and they heyday. Yeah, Philadelphia football fans always thought they was the better team, the better.
And we are. And we are.
In the 80s and the 90s?
We are. Yeah, we are. We're the better team. Yes.
Not in the 80s and 90s you weren't.
And we will bust your ass. You see what we did to Santa Claus in your stadium. That was in your stadium. That was at RFK Stadium. We did that to Santa Claus.
Well, hopefully Santa Claus this year, brings you a little push for your heinies.
You mean Cole?
No, you need to push your heinies. You Eagle fans been bad this year.
I'm just saying, the Eagle fans are.
It's no different. Let me tell you who.
Holy moly! Wow, that was a sunburn.
The worst ones have been the Commander fans. I don't know what the Commander. Ever since Jaden Daniels. Oh my God, we got us one. Jaden Daniels. Okay, Jaden Daniels. Y'all found out Jaden Daniels is really light in the ass, and as soon as he get hit, he gonna take one. So
Daniel Daniels gonna be fine. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. We're gonna win. We're gonna beat the Cowboys last game of the season.
What I'm saying is hope is dangerous in DC. Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Boy, now I just Leo, I'm gonna go. Can you invite me on your show so we can have this extensive conversation? Because Mark is so he'll what to us right there.
I'm just here for Commanders and Eagles.
Notice Mark is chilling. This is y'all.
I was taking it. Look, we got Leroy over here snoring. I'm about to do the same thing with the dog.
Impossible this year. Commander fans, all you're hearing from Commander fans. You hear this with Momo is what you're hearing is everything from that history lesson to today is coming out because they haven't had anything to cheer for.
Hold on, Leo. I had to hear Mark and his people when the Cowboys beat us. They was joking all day long about how making these bad jokes about Washington, and I took it like a champ. I'm fine with it. But you can't take it.
No.
They can't take it when the joke that they make falls back on them. Mark, Troy,
we thought Rio was going to go into some rehab place, man. We thought Rio was going to go in some rehab place. He lost it, dude. He almost.
I'm considering it. No, I wouldn't be a hypothetical in that matter. Do you think I'm an idiot?
Thomas, I hate you, Thomas.
What? But look, my best friend in the world is a Cowboy fan. He reminds me how great they are, and I don't have no shade the Cowboys because back in the day, the 80s and the 90s, I used to hate the Cowboys so much. I hated the city, I hated the cheerleaders, I hated everything about Dallas. The word Dallas, I hated the TV show. I hated everything about it.
Yup.
Everybody loves the cheerleaders. There's a Bengals.
No.
Isn't the Bengals kicker?
You know what my favorite memories were?
David cheerleader, the Cowboy cheerleader.
My favorite memories was Emmett busting you all up the middle, busting all your defenses up to nothing.
Yeah. Now, as a Washington fan, Darryl Green was not my favorite player because he got burnt all the time. He was not a great cornerback.
He was fast, man.
He was just fast. He got his recovery speed.
Cool.
He got burnt all the time.
Tell me more, because when I see him again, I have to be able to talk my shit, and that's I need more material.
He got burned a lot. If you look at the history, he got burned a lot.
I'm gonna tell him. I found out your ass got burnt a lot.
Look at the film. You can watch the film.
Yeah,
he had great recovery speed. He had great recovery speed.
Yeah,
that's why
that was what made him a Hall of Fame player. It was his recovery speed. But he got burnt a lot. Tony Hill used to burn his ass all the time.
And Mark, I think I'm trying to.
I think he's on the phone.
I'm trying to come out to the Red Brick House for the game.
Mark says, "Bring the money."
Coming where?
Bring the food, Leo.
To the Red Brick House.
Well, you gotta bring the food, Leo. Don't bring no weed. He ain't gonna have that shit in his house.
No. No, I'm coming for the steak. Mark, you should have seen these pictures Mark sent me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm going to send you a lot of pictures of food that you can't have.
Damn, Leo.
I'm just saying.
You better be going to Walmart. There is a Walmart across the street from where he lived with the Red House.
Yeah.
You better be going to Walmart, bro. You shit out of luck.
Hey, Leo. You go across the Walmart. You go to Walmart. You better eat that rotisserie.
Hey, Leo. You know what you can't. You know what you can't have, Leo. You know what you can't have, Leo.
What can he have?
You can have a fat out of this 7-seed Cowboy team in the playoffs. That's what
Walker
you
is not fucking playing.
Oh God,
Walker is not playing. He is like Walker. Don't
Walker ain't stepping, man. Walker ain't stepping, boy.
But could you imagine if that were to happen?
Cooper Rush, really 7-seed Cowboys. Cooper Rush, 7-seed Cowboys.
Leo gonna be like, Mark, can I get one of those steaks? No, my brother, you gotta get your own.
Cooper, I'm telling you, this game is.
We'll get him some Vienna sausages.
Burrow's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna have a good game, but I think it's gonna be a high-scoring affair, and I think Cowboys
gonna win the game. I'm thinking it's gonna be a shootout. I'm
not saying anything.
I think it'll be a shootout.
I'm not saying anything.
But then, don't the Cowboys got still play Atlanta? That would be the key game.
We already played Atlanta and got our asses handed.
We've got
we haven't played Atlanta. You haven't played Atlanta yet?
Yeah, we have.
No, we have. What we've got left is we've got Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's right. We play Atlanta. Washington plays Atlanta.
Right.
That's right.
We got Cincinnati. Then we've got Carolina. Eagles.
Tampa Bay.
I'm sorry, Tampa Bay, Eagles, and then Washington.
Yeah, Washington's off this week. Washington's off this weekend, so which is a great to have a time off, a week off. This is the perfect time because you don't want to have
this late in the season. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Well, that's where the Thursday game helped us out.
Well, us having an early bye seems to have worked out for us as well.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything is shits and giggles there for you.
I'm making a prediction, Leo.
Listen, Mark, the view from up here is so much different than where you guys are right now.
Hey, Leo, I'm gonna make a prediction for you. I believe that end of this season, and when the playoffs is over with, y'all will have a new head coach. I believe that.
Now, let me ask you a question. This is for all of y'all. Let's look at the other side of that. Let's go down the rabbit hole on the other side. What happens
for those
when we
Washington fans?
We
They're
get that
still gonna lose,
second, we
though.
get that second ring.
I
Then
think
what?
he's done a horrible job.
Derek, I know you
win
about
or
to say
lose.
something. I can see it. Go ahead, Derek. What happens if we win? What?
There's ice in hell somewhere. It's frozen over.
Y'all not winning the Super Bowl.
Nah, I don't think. I
No,
can't. I can't
Detroit's
do no
gonna
what
take it.
ifs. The Eagles, man. I got
Leo, I can see you guys somehow sneaking in the Super Bowl because the Lions lack experience, but that's a slim chance. But winning the Super Bowl, I just don't see it.
Yeah, you'll get Buffalo or Kansas City.
It's gonna be Kansas City, and Kansas City gonna beat them.
No,
again.
I think Buffalo gonna
and
take it from
Detroit.
Kansas City this year.
I think
because
so
they
too.
look horrible. But
I think
Kansas
so
City
too,
is I agree
so
with
too.
somebody.
I want to apologize for not being able to stream earlier today.
11-1
I
team
had a bunch of
ever
stuff come up. Hawk work. The Eagles are trying
I
to.
think if. Oh shoot, my bad.
Did I just say what I think?
That's
Mark messing with Philly 500. I can listen to the voice.
I'm just trying to find something to do here.
Philly 500. Hey, Mark, I have a question about Philly 500.
Yeah.
Has he personally been on your show? Have you seen him in person?
We have not actually met in person, but we actually talk quite a bit.
Okay.
About to say, does he really exist?
But I will say, here's what I'll say. I never actually met Stuart Morrison in person either, but I drove all the way to Texas to meet him. Unfortunately, it was too late to get there, but fixed the house for his mom, who just passed away this past week. So
His mom passed away?
Yeah, she passed away. I believe Tuesday.
Wow, sorry to hear that.
Did she die last Thursday?
Yeah, maybe it was the week before. You're right. It was last week sometime.
Wow.
Oh my
well, thank you for your service, Mark, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Even with what you was doing last summer, when Philly, I didn't agree with Philly attacking you like he did last summer. You know what
and
I'm
then
saying?
his ass doesn't show up half the time on there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're contractually obligated. It's like, bro, I don't get anything but a foot up my ass doing the show.
See, at least Mark's wife is amazing enough to let Mark go out and go to different cities and travel a little bit. Philly 500 and Dan Salio's wives don't let them do shit.
They can't leave the house.
They can't even go outside and check the mailbox.
Shit.
Wow.
Oh damn! That was now. I can't. I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say.
Yeah, I just figured it was because he was a cat dude. You know what I'm saying? He's only got a lot of cats, right, Mark? Yeah, Mark.
I mean, damn, even if you got a cat, you can leave a cat alone for about 5 days. Just leave a clean litter and a bowl of food.
I think it's more like like their service cats. You know, like they provide a sense of like.
Okay, I do got a question about. I want all Cowboy fans to answer me this because I just need answers. What exactly going on with Dak Prescott and the head McCarthy? Because I'm confused with that situation.
Okay,
I ain't gonna front me too, Momo.
Actually,
Good question. What is this?
No, here's what you have to understand is, okay, Dak Prescott actually, going through and saying, Mike McCarthy deserves another chance, basically saying we like the coach and everything else, putting that out there. Mike McCarthy can't say, yeah, he's right, I need to have more power on the team. That's when Jerry Jones is going to say, shut the fuck up and get the hell out of here. This is my team. What he actually did was he took the bullet for the organization. He literally said, well, I picking the players and everything else, which makes this guy, it's not my fault.
Plausible deniability, is what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is he played the Joneses like, oh yeah, well I'm there, I'm making the calls, and I've got more control than I've ever had. So then the Joneses look at that and say, oh okay, cool, we can talk shit about his ass and he'll take the bullets for us. Which is why people say Ben Johnson. Oh man, let's go get. We ain't getting Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson wants $15 million a year. First of all, second of all, that shit that he said. You know, basically, he wants to be able to work with the organization hand and foot together, and wants an organization that understands their past transgressions and admits them to move on. So that's basically saying, Jerry Jones, okay, do the walk of shame, bro. Just admit you sucked ass for 30 years, and now I'm hiring you to fix the shit that's gone wrong. That ain't gonna happen. And I got to give $15 million? No.
And I just think this thing with Belichick and Dion, you cannot have a coach. You cannot have a coach that don't make decisions, don't make roster decisions. You can't have a coach that he is in coach. I believe he just a head coach by name. I work with people like that who had a job, but they
like Nick Sirianni
had no power.
Like Nick Sirianni.
Somebody's got some back feed.
They allow him coach. I think they allowed Nick. If that was the case, he would have been fired a long time ago. Because I never seen a team do tours for the fans. I never see a head coach normally. I think Jerry's in his own little world, and his son is okay with it. If they hire McCarthy back, chances are they probably will, because no other coach will want to put up with the BS.
Well, not one that's really looking to do something. You're not going to be a young gun coach and say, hey, I'm going to go to the Cowboys because I'm going to be able to shine and do all this stuff. It's a career ender.
Yeah, that's why I lean more towards like a Bill Belichick, because he is an older coach. You know, like a Bill Parcells. I mean, they do hire older coaches. They hired Bill Parcells. They hired Wade
Which
Phillips.
is half of the problem here. You need somebody that can relate to the guys of today.
They old school.
That's why Jimmy Johnson got over, because he knew all the college players. He had a relationship with a lot of guys in college.
And also, if Bill Belichick gets there, one thing he will do, he'll say, Parsons, that podcast is gone. You no longer do a podcast. He ain't going to have that podcast. He's not going to tolerate that.
Again, that goes directly against what Jerry Jones wants to be, which is omnipresent everywhere. There's no such thing as bad publicity. And that's what Jerry wants. Jimmy wants.
I personally believe that no player should do a podcast during the season. You should. I know so. You got the brothers, the guy from Kansas City. He does it, but he's in the tail end of his career. Parsons still young. He shouldn't be doing it personally. It's a bad look.
But then it's sort of kind of funny though, because if you would even say oxymoronic, because they do Hard Knocks in season during the season now, and that's league sanctioned. So it's like, what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander.
So why didn't the NFL do that same have that same flow? They did that many years ago when they had that show ESPN and it was talking about real shit about bounties and all that other shit.
Yeah,
and they canceled.
that was the show too.
That was a good show, but NFL didn't like how the show was heading because it was talking about some real shit. It was talking about some real stuff on there, but what football players go through, NFL go through, and NFL said, "Oh no." And I was saying, no, you can't be having this. And that show got mysteriously canceled for no reason. They claimed it was ratings. It wasn't ratings.
I love that show, man. I love that show.
Which show?
That show. It was I forget what the name was, but it was on ESPN. It was about like a football team or a football league.
Yes. Yeah.
And they showed all the drug use. They showed somebody how they got away with, with the piss test, how they passed the piss test, even though it was on steroids.
And remember that episode about bounties? But remember, because it was the same time bounties in New Orleans, and they had found all those players. Bounties.
Was it like a 30 for 30?
No. This was actually a show.
Omar Gooding played a running back in there.
Oh, okay.
It was Irving.
Was it Omar Gooding?
It was like a reality show.
No, it wasn't a reality show. It was a regular show.
But it was too close to reality.
A regular reality show.
It was too close to reality, and the NFL told ESPN, if you don't stop this show, we're gonna take our contract away from you. And
I know what you're talking about. The show was called Playmakers.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Playmakers.
What was the name of the NFL series or football series that was on ESPN?
It was
Playmakers.
Yeah, Playmakers. Yep. That's what it was.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
there was up and coming actors in that show, and then they didn't like it.
As a matter of fact, Cooper Good's little brother played in that show.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And the crazy part about that show was that it came to when they did that episode with the bounties, and they had just fined all those New Orleans players. Oh, they said, the following week it was off the air.
Yeah, a lot of people in there too. Let's see. Oh, a lot of people
Snoop
on there.
Dogg played in that too because he played oh my goodness, a big brother.
It was a good show. But we'll see this week. I thought the Cowboys were playing Sunday and hopefully
Monday night.
Monday night, and I'm just curious Christmas Day what Netflix is going to do because they NFL heading towards Netflix as one of the things to do to have NFL games.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I don't know how they're going to do this Kansas City game, the halftime show, because everybody going to be on there because Beyonce performing, and people say, oh, it ain't going to be that bad. Yes, it is. If Netflix don't get their servers together, they're going to be more buffering. They better get it together.
You talking about the Kansas City Pittsburgh game Christmas Day?
Yeah, Netflix is advertising a bunch of stuff coming up on it.
Yep, and it's going to be Beyonce doing the halftime show.
That game is in Kansas City, ain't it?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it's at. There's going to be so many people coming in and watch that halftime show.
Let me guess, Taylor Swift is there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she probably be there
performing.
She might be singing with Beyonce. Who knows? Her tour is about to end, so who knows?
All right. Well,
you're talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Well,
I think it ends tonight in Vancouver.
I'm about to head out, and I gotta get me something to eat for the wife.
Yeah, don't want an hungry wife, man. That could be dangerous.
A hangry wife.
And we're crawling down here on 2 hours anyway. I guess Leo's gotten tired now because he's kind of quiet. He done blown his wad.
Leo got his mind right. I'm good now. You know what I'm saying? I'm real good. So yeah.
He done made his peace with us.
Look, I got it all off. I got my gun off. Y'all know how I feel. Y'all all have to eat crow. You know what I'm saying? Karma's the mother. You know what I'm saying?
Leo, but you still worried as hell because you're afraid that y'all may take a downward spiral.
No, I'm not afraid of that. I'm afraid of what happened in 2017 with Carson Wentz. I'm afraid of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like last year, Thomas, remember when we first started talking about that, and I kept saying we need a couple of off seasons to find out what happened last year. We're not removed far enough yet. You understand what I'm saying? Because whatever that was last year, that was something that was so catastrophic. You know what I'm saying? It was beyond the players. It had something that we don't know. And remember, at the end of last year when all that shit went down, Jeffrey Lurie said he was coming down, and Nick Sirianni and Howie had better have a plan. Or if they didn't, it was going to be some serious consequences. And I kept telling y'all, listen, I know Jerry be doing his thing, but listen, when Jeffrey Lurie say he coming out, that's not good. That is not good at all.
Not good. That's not good.
But we're still not. We're still not far enough removed from that season yet. Like I still want to know, but I will tell you this: based off of the activity from then till now, and the way it is actually played out, it looks like the players are having fun. They're having the kind of fun that our defense had in 2017.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man, and I'm not saying this to be hating or anything.
Oh, but hate.
If y'all don't go deep, man, I can see Nick Sirianni getting fired.
Well, hey, listen. Remember, I said I wanted At the beginning of the season, I wanted Nick Sirianni out of there too because I felt like he was a teenager going through puberty. But apparently, the players have gotten together, specifically the offensive line. They all went to go see him together and told him we need to make these changes. These are the type of things we like to see, coach. And since then, it's looking like it's worked. So the fact that the man is open enough.
Well, hello, good people. It's week 10, Thursday night football. We have
goodbye. You know touchdown Texas. Now, what were you saying, man?
No, I'm saying the fact that when you have the entire offensive line go up into the coach's office and say we need to make some changes, and then he listens to that. Okay, I find that to be commendable. I like that. I like the fact that the players got together, and if you look at the demeanor of the players today in comparison to last year, because I'll be honest with you, as much as Mark would tease me about that collapse and everything like that, I was paying attention, and even though it may have been funny,
bro, you take this shit too seriously.
No, I'm saying no. Listen, like. Mark, I ain't gonna front. I agree with you. You were the first one to call out something going on with Jalen's knee, and it was much earlier in the season when you said it when people weren't really. I remember that. Yeah, I really started paying. I was really paying attention. Like, damn, he's right. You know what I'm saying? But then it was like systemic things, and Mark would be like, "How come nobody's saying nothing about X, Y, and Z? He looks like this." You know what I'm saying? And I would be like, "No, he's right." You see what I'm saying? So there's so much about that season that whatever it was, and it has something to do with the coaching, we need to be at least 2 seasons removed from that in order to find out what the fuck happened. And the worst part about it is that you need more and more players to be gone. Look who's gone since then. Fletcher, Brandon, you might as well say Brandon. Right now, Lane Johnson and Jake Elliott are the only 2 players, active players on the team right now from the year we won the Super Bowl. Everybody on that team ain't nobody. So when people be talking about the Super Bowl and everything like that, there's only 2 people on that team that's still there.
3 if you want to count Brandon.
Right, but he's done for the season. You see what I'm saying? He done. You know what I mean? So there's no guarantee he's going to come back. So I'm just going to say, look, right now, as it stands, Lane and Jake Elliott are the only 2 from the Super Bowl team that won. You know what I'm saying? But then you got so many more. What I like is you got a lot of guys on that team who remember going to that Super Bowl and losing and how much that shit hurt. So there's a nice little even mix there or whatever, but I'm more nervous about this team. Looks more like the 2017 team in terms of attributes. Secondary looks like they're having fun. O-line is being used as like they're like goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk about weaponry, you have to say O-line as one whole thing, even though it's 5 people. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 guys on one offensive line, and all 5 guys can pull in either direction. And then you put Saquon behind that. Like, come on.
Okay, it's getting late.
You better hope Saquon don't have an off day.
Man, bro, listen. I like right now. I don't like. Listen, it would be great if it would be as much of a testimony on the offensive line than it would Saquon if he broke Eric Dickerson's record. That would be dope as hell. But I would much rather. Let's go get this chip. Let's go get this chip. So, but I think they're going to gun for it. I think they're going, and if he messes around and actually breaks that record, you'd have to make a serious consideration for him. All
right, it's kind of late here, good people. Leo has spewed his, he's walking, he's talking the talk. Let's see if the Eagles walk the walk for him, because he's got, all-time rushing records here. He's got, Super Bowl runs. He's got the Cowboys going down the toilet. We got all kinds of shit on you, bro. You got all kinds of shit.
Yes,
you're gonna have to run the gauntlet.
Is my rationale sound? Thomas, tell the truth.
Anything can happen in football. You could start out 10-1 and end up being, I don't know.
You saying some good things, but it got to come to reality before it happens.
Yeah. Now, if it comes to reality,
and then tomorrow they lose to Carolina.
Listen.
If you lose to Carolina tomorrow, you better not lose to Carolina.
You know what, Mark? I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to you.
I'm just saying, you better not.
You know what?
You better not lose to Carolina.
But I'm talking to you. I'm talking directly to everyone in your chat. When the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl, I intend to be insufferable. I am. You know what?
You know what? See, you're one of them fair weather fan mother humpers. See, yes, you are, because you had the opportunity. Because I told you about the opportunity of a lifetime, but you didn't take me up on that shit, man. I told you go to BetUS, get your 150% matching deposit on up to $2,000, and I told you put your money on your team. Okay? Oh no, man, I ain't gonna do that. How much money would you have right now? Had you gone and if you actually believed in your team like you're talking now? See, here's the funny thing is you talking a lot of mad shit right now about how good your team is. You weren't buying into it in the beginning of the season, though, were you, bro? Were you? I told you.
There's still time.
I told
right?
you. You could have taken that 150% matching deposit right there and put it every week on your Eagles, and think about how much money that would be. Think of how much money that'd be. It'd be enough to fix my truck a couple of times right now. Okay. Wasted opportunities.
Leo, if you lose to Carolina tomorrow, it ain't no need you showing up.
Oh shit! Hold on, I forgot I got a pot of beans on.
Why? Because we're 10 and it would mean we're just 10
don't show up if you lose tomorrow, bruh.
Why?
Man, you know you gonna be. You're gonna be the butt of everybody's jokes if you lose tomorrow.
All right,
I'm not saying that it's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just, all right,
let me ask you this. Let's go down that rabbit hole real quick because I got a question for you. Let's say we lose tomorrow, right? When we win the Super Bowl, will you still throw tomorrow in my face?
Hey,
what?
That's down to 2 months from now, bro. That's 2 months.
You heard me, yeah, I said it. When we win the Super Bowl, will you still throw tomorrow in my face?
That's
when y'all win the Super Bowl in 2079.
I thought I'd burn the house down.
Yesterday,
come on, man.
Another
this year, when we win the Super Bowl this year,
when we win,
throw tomorrow.
He didn't say if. He said when.
I-95 South
yes, I did, Mark. I said when.
That's way down. That's way down the I-95 highway down in South Beach, Miami, dude.
You got the same record you had this time last year.
Yep.
So you anticipate the slide to begin, or you're hoping?
Look, anything can happen.
I don't think you guys are going to slide at all.
I don't think so either, Chris. I don't think so either. I think
if you lose a game, it'll probably be one towards the end, just resting guys for the playoffs.
You mean like to the Cowboys?
But
but you shouldn't.
If we didn't have the injuries we had, we would probably be there in that slot with Washington.
But see, the thing though, that would play. But wait a minute, Thomas. Listen to what Chris said, because that would play into Walker Wade's whole scenario. Because then all that's going to do is make him start talking more shit. Because if we're resting players and y'all win that game, right? Let's say we got that game to y'all, right? First of all, that gives Mark campaign fodder to say we split, and it'll be y'all won for everything other than we were resting players. That's number one.
Then you got something to play for, right? To keep our asses out of the playoffs.
And then, wait, and then number two, that makes it so that now that wakes Walker's ass up. Because now he's like, oh, we'll be the 7th seed. We're coming. We're going to ruin your season, Leo. Let's go.
And that'll be so crazy though, because
That'd be
you sent the dude that jersey last week, and if it turns around and we beat y'all in the playoffs, that'll be so amazing. That'll be so amazing right there.
Yeah, he will win.
Man.
Oh,
And he was like, the bet was who go first. It ain't over yet. He said that last week. So
he sure did.
That's all I want to see now. That's why I want to see it. That's why I want to see it happen. That'll be, oh man.
All right. With that being said, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for joining us on the Leo Show. And I appreciate
Please
everybody
comment,
being
like,
here.
and subscribe.
Okay.
Disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck.
All right, fellas,
I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you.
Be easy,
They
bro.
shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slight, they shit
Mark, we
on
gotta
you.
do it live.
They've shit on you.